Congratulations on all the success.
Thank you.
Yes, it's going so well on Broadway for you right now. Since you were a kid, you've kind of dreamed of being on Broadway, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't know that I come from a musical theater background. I went to a youth performing arts high school, and that's where I found my tribe, my kind.
Yeah.
And it's the best way that I know how to express myself is through storytelling, through songs. So I saw a show when I was young called Miss Saigon.
Oh, yeah. I saw that here in New York on a school trip.
Oh, my gosh.
It was incredible.
Well, mine was in Louisville.
Well, here's the thing, girl, I went on a scholarship. I didn't have the money to do that. But it's amazing.
Yeah, and I saw Lea Salonga,
you
know, being of Hawaiian, Filipina, Ukrainian descent. I was like, wow, I want to do that too. And I just fell in love with the role of Kim. And
yeah. Oh, man, me too. I have that background too, which is funny because I hate acting. But I feel like musical theater is different because it's like you do it once. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to keep doing retakes and retakes and retakes. You just do it one time that night, and it's different every night, and that's the magic of it.
You just do it one time that night forever after.
Yes, but they are all different
every
because
night.
Everyone's emotionally in a different place. You know what I'm saying? Or vocally you're in a different place, so it comes out. You know.
And I always say that it's not just live, but it's alive. Like you're saying, it's literally that you have to be the most honest and truthful in your storytelling. Breathe new life into it every night.
Yeah.
It's like we took musical theater and turned it into like an art installation. It's not what anybody has ever seen or expected.
No, it's actually out in the street. I saw things online where people are filming because people go out of the actual theater. You're out on the street doing it's like very innovative.
Our brilliant leading man, my babe, Tom Francis, who plays Joe Gillis, fearlessly goes out there every night.
Yeah.
And rain or shine, through the snow, through
Once
a blizzard,
again, it's a different show every night.
It's live, and you never know what's going to happen. We have an amazing company and crew that I don't know how they make it seamless. Like, he walks out, he sings an entire song. New Yorkers in the background are like crazy doing their own thing. And
but this is rad too. He comes back in the theater, but look, you're filming like during it's like Inception.
So we've incorporated cinematography, which is amazing because Norma's character was a faded silent film star. So Jamie Lloyd, our brilliant director, came up with all of this. So there's like no sets or no costumes, no props or anything. It's just the camera and sometimes the screen comes in.
Yeah, I love that part. Well, you won an Olivier Award for your Sunset Boulevard performance on the West End. Congratulations. I want to point it out because congratulations, but also in your speech, you called your mom a warrior. Like, how is your mama a warrior to you?
I mean, my mom is my everything. She knows that. She had me at a very young age, and she was 18, and she's just sacrificed everything for me. The women in my family are just unbelievable. My mother's mom, my tutu, that means grandma in Hawaiian, she had 10 children. Her mother had 18 children. Like, we just have, yes, my grandmother alone has 100 grandchildren and great-grandchildren. They're just like...
Are y'all trying to repopulate a certain area of the planet?
Right?
Like,
that's just how it is in our culture.
Well, first of all, congratulations to your family. Y'all are having a good time.
They're having a good time. But the women in my family, they're just like the backbone of our family, and they're just so strong. And my mother always has instilled in me a strong sense of faith, so God is... you know, made me, is my center and has made me as courageous and as brave as I can be today.
Yeah. Bravery, man. That's what separates people, I think, that make it and don't make it sometimes. Is like you got to be brave enough to like go out there and like fail.
Yeah.
You know?
And my director always said while we were playing this, because he really took me out of my comfort zone in a lot of ways, and he'd be like, I need you to be brave. And I'm like, yo, Jamie, I'm barefoot up here. You got the camera on not my goods, not my cute side. You got me doing all this stuff like I've never done before. You don't think I'm being brave? And he'd say, yes, you are. Now I need you to be braver. So it's a good reminder for everybody out there because you got it within you.
You do, but it's also nice to have those people that push you to even bring more out. They see it in you. You know, sometimes we don't see that in ourselves, but we see a little bit, but they're like, no, you got more. I love, those were my favorite teachers.
Yeah.
They pissed me off at the time, but then I loved them for it. Then I loved them for it later. But we need a short break.
Thank God for them.
I know, thank God for them. We've got Julia helping us out.
Hi, Kelly. Nicole, your performance in Sunset Boulevard reinforces my dream to work on Broadway as a producer. I grew up on show tunes. My dad was the lighting designer for our church. So not only was it amazing to see your interpretation of a musical I was raised loving, the intention behind the production design is so incredible too. Stay here. Kelly has more with Nicole after this.
All right, y'all, we are back with Nicole Scherzinger. Give it up. So I have to say, like, you're a Hawaiian, so like, what did it feel like to be part of Moana and now Moana 2? That had to be pretty good.
Let me tell you this scoop, okay? Nobody's ever heard of this. I fought to play Moana's mom, Sina. I'm returning as Sina in Moana 2. But yo, like keeping it real, I hope I don't get in trouble by Disney. You know I love you, Disney. A lot of the times, the mothers get killed off, don't they?
This is my thing. And even when my kids now make up plays, parents die left and right because it's what we've taught them. It's like they're dying to be an orphan. It's like to have a story.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
So they had Moana's mom, Sina, and then they killed her off. They brought her back, they killed her off, and I was like, listen.
Yeah.
Please, I need to be a part of this. Like,
and also give our children a story where we stay alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Sina is still alive and strong and kicking.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to be of Hawaiian descent. So it's an honor to be a part of this beautiful cast in this film.
Oh,
and
it's one of my family's favorites. We're looking forward to the second one.
It's awesome because I feel like Disney did their research and it really represents our Polynesian people. And like I was talking about the women in our family, they're warriors. That's what's so awesome is the heroine in this movie is a woman, is a female, and you know, women are warriors.
Which is not just great for our girls. Like I have a boy too. I want him to see women shining like that as well. So it's just as important. So you brought Sunset Boulevard from the West End and all the way from London, so to Broadway. So can you explain like how is this? This is pretty different from the movie and from the play. You know, with Glenn Close, this is pretty different, right? How important was that?
It's unrecognizable if people know maybe past productions or the film, but it is the same story. But this is the musical, and the film with Gloria Swanson. It was a play, and now it's a musical. Andrew Lloyd Webber, Christopher Hampton, Don Black did their thing, wrote the soundtrack to What It Feels Like My Life. And it's our interpretation is so different. Basically, it's about a faded, older silent film star, and she got her start at a really young age, and then her career ended at a young age because talkies came, right? Like films where people are speaking. And she's just trying to get back to, you know, getting her art out there and being seen and being validated, and she's had to deal with so many things that we all as humans have to, with abandonment and loneliness and having to deal with change and acceptance, and she's wanting that validation. And along the way, she meets Joe Gillis, this writer, kind of falls in love with him, but it starts to unravel and it takes a turn towards the end, and you kind of plummet to the depths of the human psyche through Norma and her tormented mind. And you'll just have to check it out and see what happens at the end.
You were hesitant to take the role at first. Why?
Well, I mean, like I just explained, my director, Jamie Lloyd, was like, I've got the perfect role for you. And I'm like, I mean, what role is it gonna be? What role? And he was like, it's Sunset Boulevard, Norma Desmond. And I'm like, yo, ain't she that like old, discarded, like silent film star?
I have you are perfect for
yeah, babe. And I was like, Jamie, I still look good under bright lights. Hello, like, are you trying to? Thank you. I said, are you trying to insult me? But he said, no, yes, I love you back there, that guy right there with the beard, the gray beard. He's like, yeah.
He's like, you look great, man. Yes.
But he said, just read the script. And so I read the script, and I, like, completely got her. She was so complex, and I related to her on so many levels as a human, and the insecurities I battled, feeling abandoned, feeling lonely, but at the same time, she was a warrior, and she was a fighter, and she was a dreamer. One of her songs is, "We'll give the world new ways to dream. Everyone needs new ways to dream. So when I listened to the music, I fell madly in love with her. And then I was like, yo, I think this role was written for me.
Yeah.
And then I'd always dreamed of working with Jamie Lloyd. He's such a brilliant visionary director, and he always thinks outside of the box, and he's like, no, we're gonna switch it up.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be what people expect. And anything, an opportunity to be brave and courageous and for me to be able to grow me, like I was like, I can't wait. I'm putting my swimming cap on and I'm diving headfirst.
Yeah. And when you look like it doesn't matter your age, just so you know. So you're covered in blood in part of the show. What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, it is a crazy story, and there's twists and turns, and it just builds up to this moment where she kind of loses her mind at the end, and some things happen, and I won't give it away, but
I don't think it ends well from that picture.
doesn't end well.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, honestly, though, I meet people afterwards, and it's just another day at the office for me. I think it's the people who have to meet me in the blood that are scared, because I'm usually waiting, lurking in the dark on the side of the stage, and then they're like, oh my God. I'm like, did you want to take a picture? It's okay. It washes off, it's fine.
It's fine, I'm not gonna hurt you. Yes. All right, let's do another break, everybody. You can see Sunset Boulevard now at the St. James Theater in New York City, and the cast album is also available wherever you get your music, so check that out.